Namaste, Neel Kulkarni, sir. Welcome to Srimanta Vanapata channel.
Thank you.
We are very honored and very happy to be here. I specifically use the word happy with you because I know your aim is to make people happy.
Yes, true.
Yes, sir. So this is very rare to find. People would want people to earn money. People would want somebody to learn mathematics, somebody to learn science, or there are so many teachers who do all this. But you are a person who's coming genuinely wanting people to be happy, and you want to create a path for them. So, before we start that topic, sir, I want to know your path of how you came, what is your background, from where you came, how was your childhood. Could you please talk to us on that, sir?
See, the main part of my background is my father.
Yes, sir.
My father was an accomplished yogi.
Okay, sir.
And his yoga path was completed before I was born.
Okay, sir.
So I never saw his yoga practice, but he was already realized person before I was born. So I was born around 5-6 years later, after his whole yoga path was completed. Okay. So right from my childhood, I was able to see a real yogi in my life.
Wow.
In addition to that, I was in a neighborhood where Sanskrit scholars and lot of temples like the Mysore temples are there. That type my environment was, and lot of people doing chanting and singers like Bhimsen, Joshi.
Wow.
And these were all surrounding me. Like there were at least 20 different singers which are world famous.
Wow.
Prabha Atre was there, and then these Kishori Amonkar was neighbor. These are all neighbors to us. Yes. So this singing became part of my culture. So this entire thing, and also I went to a school where education was very, very important.
Okay, sir.
So this automatically gave me a boost to start my studies, as well as my yoga practice started not with asanas, but it started with philosophy.
Wow.
It is very interesting that I started my yoga practice with philosophy directly.
Wow.
So because there were all these kirtanas all held in my childhood from my birth. So and another interesting thing is B.K. Iyengar, world famous yoga teacher. He was my neighbor. Wow. And he played with me as a baby. And my father was a tutor to all the children, B.K. Iyengar's children. So I know Prashant and all these people from my birth almost.
Wow.
So this entire thing created automatic interest in yoga and like that. Maybe in the past life also I was yogi. But due to this, my path started.
Wow. So one interesting fact is B.K. Iyengar, the B stands for Bindiganavile.
Yes.
My name is Priyaram Bindiganavile.
Oh,
so
from
we come from the same village, sir.
That's some town.
Which is in Mandya district in Mysore.
Oh, okay.
Nagamangala one taluk is there.
Yes.
We belong to that. So I'm very honored to be having the same initial.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Sir, you mentioned, I just want to deviate before we continue your journey. You mentioned an accomplished yogi. Who is a yogi, sir, according to you? What makes somebody a yogi, and how different that person will be from the rest of the society?
See, in the yogi, basically yoga deals with mind.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, the person whose mind is totally focused is a real yogi. Okay. Now, to focus the mind, you cannot focus the mind unless you are very, very peaceful.
Correct.
Only peaceful mind can be focused.
Wow. Yes.
So, the person should show all the signs of peace.
Wow.
For example, Mahatma Gandhi, his mind is not focused, but he is peaceful.
Yes.
But he is not a yogi.
He's not a yogi.
He is not yogi at all. He is only peaceful but not focused mind. Because if you look at his biography, he is disturbed mind.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Even until the end of his life. So there are many examples like that. So what happens is that when you meet a person like that, what will happen is your mind will start getting focused automatically.
When you meet a yogi. Wow.
And it will give you some direction, like to become peaceful. You will not be able to do it immediately, but it will give you that hint. So in my case, I got that hint from childhood, but it took me more than 30 years, sir, to get to that stage.
Wow.
So I went through a lot of sorrow also, because I was not able to get to that stage. It's not so easy to become peaceful. So now to become peaceful, what happens is, the real peace comes only when you are independent of the outside. If you are dependent on the outside in any way, for money or whatever reason, everybody is dependent. Definitely, everybody is dependent on food. But if you are dependent for the peace
Wow.
with the outside, then you will not become peaceful. So you have to be independent. That means you have to become detached. That is the real detachment which Lord Krishna is telling. Detachment doesn't mean that don't take the coffee or tea, but don't depend on the coffee or tea.
For your peace.
Yeah, that's what he is saying.
Wow.
So now, the real yogi means you have to only experience it. It cannot be described too much. But basically, that person should show minimum total peace of mind. Second, he should show focus of mind. That means his dedication to any work, whenever he takes up any work, he becomes totally focused. Like Swami Vivekananda. See, once he decides his work, he's going to accomplish that work.
Yes. And you mentioned one word called realized person.
Huh.
What is realized person, sir, according to
See,
you?
the realized person means there are two parts. One is nowadays there is a concept of realize yourself, know yourself like that, or who am I, etc., etc. Those are all superfluous or somewhat higher states, but they are superfluous. Real realized person means that person comes to know that he is not a body and a mind. There is something beyond the body and the mind which cannot be described, but that is the reality of that person. Now, that reality never changes. Body and mind is constantly changing. At one time, no matter how good in yoga you are, your body is going to die. So, the person who comes to know that he is not going to change, that identity is not going to change, that person's happiness doesn't depend on the outside at all.
Wow.
Regardless of the body conditions and even mental conditions, that person remains happy only. Such a person is the self-realized person. And there are certain, you cannot see the body, you can see, like whether it is flexible or strong, but the spiritual realization cannot be seen, but you can indicate it. For example, such a person is totally fearless.
Wow.
There is he will not be fearing President of United States or he will not fear Rajiv Gandhi or anybody. He will be telling what he wants to say. So that is called Satya, etc. in the Gandhi's case. But Gandhi's case will modify with the British people.
Correct.
He will never modify. He is realized. He knows what he is saying is true.
What is absolute truth?
Absolute truth. So he will be fearless. Second is that person is he's not dependent on the outside in any way, except that for body he will take some food, but his life is not modified because the outside conditions are changing.
Wow.
So suppose the economy goes down, he is not going to feel anything. Or even if there is a big earthquake and people die, he will feel bad about it, but he is not going to be depressed or he is not going to be sad.
Peace is not going to go away.
No.
Wow.
He will only try to help those people, but he knows that those people went through that situation because of their own life. So his job he will do, but he will also not expect in future that suppose I help these people now, they should give me oil later or something like that. He will not make any transaction. So basically that person's life is not dependent outside. Certain these kind of things will be seen in that person.
Amazing, sir.
But it is difficult to meet such a person, and also another thing is that you have to spend some time with that person, because that person can make a drama. Like there are many gurus nowadays, they make a drama that they are like that. But if you actually live with them, you'll start coming to know that actually they are dependent on many things.
On many things.
Only when you live with that person,
only then we'll realize.
Then, like Swami Vivekananda, he lived with Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Initially, he doubted him, etc. Then he came to know this person is always sitting in that small room, and he's even after getting throat cancer also, he is maintaining his state of mind. It's not changed at all. So that's how you come to know that person. But if you meet a really realized person, then you will know that that person is realized.
Wow.